What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, do I plan on buying Rocket Mortgage? Is that something that's in the cards? Is that something that I'm looking at as a play right now? Well, I'm going to get into this in a little bit. Before I get started, please hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. And make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Now, Rocket Mortgage, obviously, I talked about it yesterday and I'm talking about it now. I want to get into this and break this down and see exactly where I see it. And also some of the things that I've heard as well. I haven't actually checked into all of it. So this is something I'm going to continue the research, my due diligence, and hopefully I get to a conclusion and I can let you guys know on the stream tomorrow whether I'm actually going to buy it, depending on what it does in the pre-market. Obviously, if it ends up being enticing when you have a lower price, that makes sense. But we'll get into that. But Rocket Mortgage is something that was interesting over the last couple of days. I can't believe I really missed it. I did get informed about Rocket Mortgage sometime around the pre-market yesterday, to where I looked at it and I didn't know any news behind it. I didn't know any short positions that were behind it. I didn't know the real potential volume. I didn't believe that this would be the volume that we see during one day. And maybe looking at this, we might see the same amount of volume going tomorrow. So that's what I want to see in the pre-market, to see what the volume is, because if we do see a large amount of volume, then we will see a large amount of price movement. So looking at the 10,000 foot view, or actually not even that because it's over a number of days, looking at about 1,000 foot view, you can see these days it was hovering around $18. And from what I heard from the IPO, it really kind of hit a wall. So let's look at a pretty large view. Let's look at the max of where they are. So from basically August of 2020, you can see that it opened right at $18, right? Drove all the way up to a high of $29. And this is going to be a 1 month view here. We're looking at the monthly view. So it opened at that $18, right? Drove all the way up to $29, to where it ended up decreasing down, to that point to where it closed at $18 again. So, right, you've seen these large candlesticks, and I understand that this is a month view, but if you're looking at a month view, you're seeing these large wide range candlesticks here that will bring the price down drastically, just like it did increase over 1 month, decreased over another month, and then obviously stayed somewhere flat. Did increase a little bit more, ended up closing at $20, but not a substantial move. But then you've seen it actually start to really increase around January, I guess. Around the end of January, that's where you've seen that close, right? It did close around $21.36. Did increase a little bit more, but really closed above at $21.85. And then obviously over this last month, literally over this month, you're seeing a large increase up to $43. Now, this is where it ends up getting absolutely crazy. If you look at the 5 days, right, you're going to see that it did have a pretty good couple of days before that, right? And I don't want to get into a huge technical analysis here, but you did see that it crossed the 200 EMA, and I didn't really have my eyes on it. It wasn't something that really crossed my desk unless it was really brought out to me by people that are watching, or Wall Street Bets or something like that. It wasn't something that I was actively searching for, because this is it looked like more of a swing trade opportunity, a longer term investing opportunity, until it got to about today. And even today, opening up, I looked at it and I was like, oh, Rocket Mortgage is actually making some moves. And then it started to flatten out. And I was like, okay, it's past the 30 minutes. You're not going to see a huge amount of volume. Well, guess who was wrong? You can see that increase there, and it did increase a substantial amount, to where it increased all the way to $45. Through the open, I believe it only went to $41.60. I did actually get in with a quick $100 investment somewhere around that $41 mark. Went down 20 cents. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been somewhere here, but went down 20 cents. And then ended up getting stopped out, because I just wanted to see what the movement was, if it was going to be a late push in volume and also pushing the price, but it didn't end up doing that. So I'm happy to get stopped out. I didn't want to stay in at $41. I wanted to get in a lot lower. And if you look at where it is now, then I could definitely get in a little bit lower. So I wanted to get in lower. I still want to get in lower, but people are asking me, do I think that it's a good move? Yeah, I mean, technically they have basically 40%, I believe, shorted shares out there. So if they have 40% of shorted shares being taken up by hedge funds, then obviously that's sort of squeeze potential, depending what the interest rate actually is. But seeing that the hedge funds are actually shorting this, and it just makes it more enticing for a lot of the retail traders. And someone like me, I'm interested in it as well, but more of a swing trade as well as I start to look into this. And if I see a lot of movement here, which you are seeing a ton of movement in one day, but if I do see a lot of movement in every single day that we go forward, then it could be a day trading opportunity as well. So that's something that I would like to keep my eye on in order to invest in. But am I going to invest into it? Depends what the pre-market does. If I see the pre-market maybe gap down a little bit, if people start to take a little bit of profits, if I see some good news saying that it is going to go up, you do see the 200 EMA cross over the 15 moving average and bring that price down a little bit to where I can get in at the rate it was, maybe at like $20, a little bit below that, $26. I don't know if that's the case. That would be amazing. But you never know. I think it will create a lot of interest with the fact that we had 376 million shares worth of volume. The typical volume is 17 million. So we literally smashed that goal right there. And I believe that's going to bring on a lot of people. So I definitely want to see what it's going to do in the pre-market, if it is going to gap up. But it looks like you might see a large amount of people get interested in this, and you might actually see that gap up. So hopefully it goes our way. Hopefully we see some great news here. But I'm telling you that I am looking to invest into this. I'm trying to pick the right position, the right time to actually get into it and buy maybe like 100 shares or so. I'm probably going to have the rest of my money come through Webull so that I can invest in there, but I don't think it's going to be a day trade for me. It's going to be more of a swing trade, sort of like what I'm doing with AMC, but hopefully I can get in at the right price for Rocket Mortgage. Get in, get out, and going about my day. Maybe grow it by 50%, grow it by 100%. I don't really know. That's what I would like to see. But let me know your thoughts about Rocket Mortgage. I told you everything that I know about them. There's people coming out and saying a bunch of things about Rocket Mortgage and how it's actually showing that it is being manipulated. It's being manipulated before all of this volume. So this makes it really interesting to me to get into it, because then those bubbles end up bursting and you have that increase there. So that's where I stand with Rocket Mortgage. Let me know exactly where you stand with it, but it does look like a really good deal. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. Don't forget to check out the credit card links, and if you want free stocks from Webull, that does help out the channel, and it'll help you out because you'll be able to get this platform and you'll get free stocks. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.